Alrighty then, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome one and all. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Curse of the Crimson Throne, our first edition adventure that has been converted to Pathfinder 2e, thanks to the efforts of me, for my lovely players. Look at them, aren't they pretty? Yay! So good to frickin' see you guys. It's a whole table here. Just in time to face off with a pissed off black dragon. I mean, what's not to love? Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hey, folks at home.
Yeah.
And hey, and Michael, it would be very nice if we could see our faces on the Zoom chat.
If you could see my face, which also has your faces, that we could see our faces, and then the faces can face together at the face on the face thing. Yes, there. How's that? Is that better?
Wonderful.
Freaking needy players. Look at this me. All I want is... No, it's fine. Now, guys, before we kick off, we are a little bit behind, but that is okay because I will be doing a very quick showing of all the stuff that I need to. So here we go. First of all, starting off with our sponsors. Boom! Guys, listen. We have sponsors. Sponsors do stuff. The sponsors help us keep looking pretty and doing all this crazy, amazing stuff. We have Hero Forge for the artwork you can see on screen, all the tokens, all the characters who are not on camera. All of this is done using amazing 3D model making software that allows you to create not only really cool designs for your characters, but also, boom, get you 3D printed models. Get them while they're hot and while there's no UF tariffs. So, you know, like that's number one. Number two is we have, of course, Sirenscape for the beautiful sound effects you will hear throughout the course of the game. All the stabbity noises, all of the ambient music, the atmosphere is done using an amazing soundboard that helps me immerse my players, so get in on that as well. And then, of course, we have Fantasy Grounds for my VTT of choice, connecting me to all of these people all around the world to have fun, have a great time, and, hey, do a ton of heavy lifting when it comes to all of my storytelling and my my behind-the-scenes stuff. Yeah, you know, GMing has never been easier with, you know, than when I'm, like, playing around with, you know, things like Fantasy Grounds. So there you go. And then we have, of course, our lovely players to thank for being here and supporting the channel and doing all the cool stuff and taking the reins of being the main protagonist of our adventure. To tell you about these incredible characters that we are about to embark with, we are going to turn over to my players. So, starting with none other than the one and only Malikisa, who plays Holly.
Hello, everybody. So yes, I play Holly Brightflower, and Holly is... was just a regular old fairy noble who, as a female noble, her job was to get married and make babies, because that's what female nobles do. But she read a whole lot of adventure books and decided that's not what she wanted to do, so she ran away when her parents decided that she had to get engaged, and met a bunch of wonderful people and decided she wanted to be a hero. But it turns out it was a lot harder to be a hero in real life than it was in the books that she read. So in the course of doing all of her roguish fun things, she wound up accidentally selling her soul to Asmodeus to save a whole bunch of orphans. So she's now a cleric of Asmodeus, which was not the path she had planned on taking. And being that she had a very easy life growing up, she also had some consequences to her actions, and that was one of the consequences. And then a much darker turn happened, and her ex-fiance decided that he was just going to slaughter her entire family. And in the course of the slaughtering, she's now actually supposed to be queen. So yeah, we'll see where that goes at some point later on at the end of this wonderful story.
And then we have Marcus, the storyteller. Who is there? We think, maybe. Also, thank you, Laura, for the gifted subs.
Oh my fuck. Guess who was muted?
Me? Was I muted?
No, me.
Oh, okay. I just had to check.
My dumbass was muted. Hi, I'm Marcus. Quicker rundown. Unok dragon slaying orc. He fight dragon good. Pretty much it.
Nice. And then we have Laura Bones playing the role of Agnes.
Hello, Agnes. Agnes is angry. Agnes is extra angry.
Agnegar.
Be very
Grr.
warned. Grr.
Yep. Mama Bear has had baby bear kidnapped.
And then
Kidnapped.
shot.
Mm. It's true, and they shot her boyfriend.
Bear law. Or whatever. Yeah. Drowned her boyfriend.
Drowned her boyfriend too. Yeah, that's true. I did. I have done a lot to Agnes, haven't I, in this last couple of games?
Mm.
I also had your husband eaten by a lion.
Mm. Well, that was my backstory, so that's fine.
Yeah, okay, fair. Then, of course, we have Dante playing the role. We have Dante, who is played by none other than Rykon.
Hello, I'm Rykon, and I play Dante the Kitsune Druid, who is trying to keep everyone alive. Sadly, couldn't keep potentially someone alive. He's been investigating while becoming a hero of Corvosa for what's the second time at this point. Trying to investigate for the drug trade of Pesh because his friend died from an overdose of it.
True. And next up, we have playing the role of the Milani worshipper Ray. We have the amazing Cookie Mon Steve.
Yeah, thanks. And yeah, I'm Steve, playing Ray. Champion of Milani, who basically doesn't like people not letting freedom be free.
Freedom should be free.
Freedom should be free.
Freedom! That's right. You're gonna go and give everyone a ton of freedom, especially certain places that have oil. Brilliant, love it. We then have none other than Alizaro, our awakened.
I'm forming it.
What?
Yeah, I'm forming it.
Yes, thank you. We then have Alizaro, our delivery awakened secretary bird, played by the wonderful and amazing Cass.
Hello, hi, I'm Cass. I'm playing Alizaro. She's a bird who may not quite be a bird. She doesn't know. All she knows is that she misses her horse, and friends of these people stole her horse, and she is just trying to figure out her place in the world.
Aww.
And also, she is terrified of closed-toed shoes. They frighten her irrationally.
Okay, fair. I mean, that's a perfectly normal fear. Okie dokie.
Also, she puts holes in all of her socks.
Yeah, that's it. Just
She would.
straight up. Okay. Now, we have one last person to thank before we kick off in today's game, and that is, of course, our lovely and amazing audience members. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of the show and doing all of this cool stuff with us. As such, we invite you to come behind the GM screen in order to influence and play the game while we are embarking on today's story. First of all, for those of you who are new here, those of you who are watching the show earn channel points that can be used at any point in time throughout the game in order to influence what we do. This can be things like inspiration points, insight bonuses, wandering monsters, wandering bosses, much more. All of this stuff you get just for watching the show. And if you are a subscriber, then you earn channel points a little bit quicker than everyone else. So yeah, hey, if you haven't subscribed before, consider subscribing now, and then, you get some extra points for there. And there's tons of shows, so plenty of ways to earn channel points. But, of course, if you wish to help out DAG and donate to the stream, then we also would love to encourage you to do that as well, as we have more tangible rewards for the monetary donations. First of all, all donations and proceeds go to the Dag of Holding. What is the Dag of Holding, you say? Well, the Dag of Holding is a special reward when I hit the end of the monthly goal. Each game will then get a shot at the Dag of Holding. Every $100 that we make for the Dag of Holding, the group will gain a special, unique item that has been provided from inspiration taken from my own homebrew games that I've played and run over the many years that I have DM'd. It comes with a little story and a little piece or slice of Dag's Dag history. So there you go. That's what we do, yo. So yes. So thank you to everyone who helped bring our survival check to the end. But yes, now we're on the Dag of Holding. Now, first of all, we have our $5 donation, which is, of course, a hero point or a jinx point. Hero points can be used to stave off death, petition the DM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or have the players roll with advantage. For $5, alternatively, you can give me a jinx point, which can be used to counteract hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things ever so slightly. For $10, I will draw from one of 2 decks of cards I have in front of me. The first deck is a deck of heroic actions, which will provide a player of your choosing a free action, which also serves as a hero point. These are pretty useful and have helped my players from time to time out of tight spots. The other use of a $10 donation is a draw from the deck of plot twists, which we do have one from the wonderful and amazing Schooly Eye, which we will do right now. Here we go. Patoosh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, word. Okay, I lost that one. But we have Lucky Day. It's been a while since we've seen this one. The 4-leaf clover of luck now graces our table. Oh, the one I dropped was True Love. True Love was the one I dropped. Shame. Okay, so there we go. So yes, and now what I will do is I will take this narrative cue and attempt to insert it into today's game while we play. So yeah, keeps me on my toes and helps me be a better GM by, you know, just being flexible and doing cool narrative stuff. For $20, you can donate to give someone the coveted golden natural 20, which of course is a critical success in most cases. Sometimes you just want shit to work when you say all the cool stuff, and then that 20 is the best way to do it. So $20 donations will give that. Our $50 donation has 3 tiers. You can either donate for a magic item for a player of your choosing. This can be a homebrew item of your design. You can ask me to design a custom, unique set item for a person of your choice. Or alternatively, you can provide them something from their wish list. The second use of a $50 donation is our boss buff, which increases the difficulty of our group's challenge, making the environment more difficult, upping the ante, changing the parameters of victory, or just straight up making the boss a hell of a lot tougher. This is another use of the $50 donation. We are currently fighting a massive black dragon, so anyone who donates for that, please bear in mind, before we go into the boss buffs, that they are currently fighting a dragon. Then, of course, we have our last reward, which is a group buff from the Harrow deck, where I will draw a card from the infamous Harrow deck to read the group's future. The group will then gain the following bonuses. Whatever suit is used for that particular draw, the entire group will once per scene get a reroll on any skill, ability, or power, or anything check made using that statistic. They'll get a 1d6 on any roll using that statistic, and if they attempt to either accept or reject that tarot reading during the course of the game and they can find a way to insert it, they will automatically count as a critical success for the group. So yeah, that's our $50 donation. And then we have our $100 secret menu item. The $100 secret menu item is going to be... I love this one. This one's just going to be fun. The $100 secret menu item is going to be nice and simple here. The group is currently fighting a black dragon, but there are still 7 deadly devils of sin lurking around the whole city. Should we have the $100 secret menu item, one of said devils will possess the dragon the group is fighting. You get to decide which of the sins it is, and the dragon gets to behave in a manner as you, the audience member, dictates. This may mean that the dragon decides to join the group. It may mean that the dragon just ups and leaves. Maybe he turns and joins up with Queen Iliosa and fights the group one last time in a big rotten carcass of a dragon. Who knows? Whatever it is, you get that decision. You get to make it. So there you go. There it is. All right. Before we kick off, we have a couple of donations, starting, of course, with the $45 donation from Cookiemon Steve for what I believe is a lot of stuff. Hold on. Here we go. We have 3 hero points for Unok and Dante, and 1 hero point for the rest of the group. So 1 for Alazaro. 1, 2, 3 points for Dante. 1 for Agnes. 1, 2, 3 for Unok. And 1 for Holly. All right. We then have our $10 donation from Schoolie. Thank you, Schoolie, for the random plot twist, which we now have Lucky Day, which is right here. Let's see. We had a level 2 hype train completed, which means that we are going to add, let's see. What do we want to add here? Perfect. Each player for 2 movement actions will find themselves unimpeded at any point in time by the sludge, mud, swampy lands. This is a blessing of Desna, allowing you to travel freely and comfortably across this treacherous land. So, for 2 rounds entirely, and you can claim whatever those are, your characters will ignore difficult terrain or hazardous terrain. Let's see. Scrolling down. We then have another $50 donation from Cookiemon Steve for a Harrow reading. And given the requested Harrow reading was for Holly. Holly, if you would be so kind.
Yay, I get to pick a card.
You get to pick a card.
That's exciting.
All right.
Does the top or bottom matter, or are they all just random?
They are all just random.
Okay.
As if it was an actual Harrow reading.
All right, here we go. Well, I mean, there's another way to read the Harrow, but yeah. The Mountain Man. So this is Constitution. So this will affect your fort saves, anything involved with your Constitution, basically. Let's see. The Mountain Man signifies an encounter with a physical power outside of one's control. The Mountain Man could personify an authority, an army, an earthquake, or even a desperate needed rainstorm in a parched land. Acceding to the force may be wise, but surviving is paramount. 'Tis not a terrible fortune, but yes, the Mountain Man is our task. Now, remembering all Constitution checks now get a plus 1d6. You get to reroll once per scene, and if you can find a way to either accept or reject the notion of encountering a physical power outside of your control, and acceding to the force, but surviving it, then you will of course achieve that one. So there you go. All right, cool. The Mountain Man, eh? Cool. We all good? We ready to start?
Let's do the thing.
Heck yeah. Let's do the freaking thing.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think it is a science school, yeah. All right. So, we find ourselves back in the city of Corvosa, amidst a battle. A dragon with huge blackened scales and twisted horns roars while splashing among the bog that it had vomited out in the middle of this large courtyard. I thought I was going to sneeze. As our heroes attempt to take down another one of Queen Iliosa's supports. As our battle has stretched out now for a few rounds, our heroes find themselves against a very insurmountable power indeed. The dragon's tooth, claws, and fangs sharpened to razor's edge. During the battle, unfortunately, while Agnes, while wielding her weapon, was disarmed by the dragon and the rider of the dragon, Sabina Marin, leader of the Grey Maidens,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
that lethal spoon. That lethal spoon.
your
I was
lethal
waving
spoon.
around.
Your lethal spoon. Unfortunately, Thomas, Agnes's daughter's boyfriend, who had been lurking nearby to try and help, quickly rearmed Agnes, but at a great cost. He was attacked with a crossbow bolt that launched into his chest. He now lays sprawled out on the steps to Castle Volshnik. Seeking to
I
avenge
did
them.
heal him though.
You did heal him. He is stable. He is stable. Seeking vengeance, however, our group has once again turned their attention back to the dragon. But in a moment of mercy, prescience, compassion, whatever you want to call it, Ray, our champion of Milani, spoke to Sabina, asking if this is what she truly had in mind when she chose to lead the Order of Grey Maidens. Was what she was doing really for the benefit of Corvosa? And with that introspection, Sabina Merrin turns her blade upon the dragon. While riding it, it roars in anger. The sudden but inevitable betrayal of its rider. It prepares to now include it to the menu as it prepares to continue to eat, devour, and destroy our heroes. All right. Let's just share the map again real quick. Boom, there we go. Okay. We also have a $15 donation from our lovely and amazing friend McClover. McClover, so good to see you again, my friend. And that is 3 hero points for Ray. Much
Ray,
obliged.
thanks, McClover.
Oh, and McClover, look, this is the story item. Look, we got a narrative. It's a lucky day. It's a clover. Okay. So, where to begin? We're going to re-roll initiative. That's what we're going to do. Because we like re-rolling initiative at the beginning of games.
We also hit the Dag of Holding.
Ah, yes, we did hit the Dag of Holding.
We
Okay.
heal with a stabbing.
The Dag of Holding. Oh, I've got a good item for you guys. Okay, so Sabina Merrin, as she stabs into the Black Dragon's hide, manages to pry off what looks to be a tattooed scale. Now, this scale has a mark upon it. It's a strange, very eldritch-looking symbol. Now, this item here is a dragon brand tattoo. The dragon brand tattoos are basically these dragon scales that have an imprint on it. The design, when placed upon your body, will transfer the imprint and the special, unique power that it holds within that scale onto the bearer. These are the black tendrils. What it allows you to do is it will allow you to produce 15-foot long tendrils at will that do 1d4 points of damage, cold damage, mind you. They also have the grab ability, and as part of a move action, you can attach them to surfaces in order to swing in an instant as a swift action 30 foot. Basically, they're like kind of Spider-Man webs type thing.
Sounds like Doc
Yeah.
Ock.
I was thinking the symbiote.
I mean, yeah, symbiote, Doc Ock, all the same sort of thing. It's primarily a mobility ability, plus the ability to like entangle, ensnare, and grab. But yes, one of the scales is pried loose, and for the time being, I'm going to say that Alizaro, you are the one who manages to pick it up in the heat of the moment, because Alizaro, it is indeed your turn first.
I thought you were going to say shiny.
It is also
Shiny,
shiny.
mine.
It
Mine.
Listen, she's not a
And it's not a closed door.
magpie. All right, so Ro's gonna pocket that scale for right now, not really thinking about it. She's going to. Has the dragon completely turned on Sabina? or is it still just kind of
The dragon
raging and doing its thing?
the dragon is trying to shake Sabina off presently. It is saying, "You treacherous wench, I will tear you from your armor and sup your flesh." So yeah, you can you can probably tell, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
A wee bit.
How are its wings? Like, what conditions are the wings in?
They're fine.
Alrighty.
It is currently immobilized.
Yes,
yeah.
that is the core of what I was trying to ask you.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's immobilized, but it's not like the wings are damaged or destroyed.
Okay. In that case, Ro will draw her rapier, and she is just gonna straight do a mixed stabby stab
Mm-hmm.
on the dragon to try to distract it from Sabina.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. That's terrible. Can I
As you-
hero point that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Okay. One more time. Hiya.
Oh, what a conversion! As you managed, as basically Alizaro, like while flying, stabs at the underside of the neck of the dragon. At first, your foil bends and doesn't quite manage to pierce its hide, but you manage to twist your wrist upwards so it slides along the scale and up underneath one of the other ones, hitting a vital point and dealing a critical hit. Roll your damage.
Let's go. Do I still need to highlight the critical damage button, or does it just?
It should automatically do it here. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a
Thank
focus point to use?
No. I
Okay.
do not. I believe. All right. Anyway. Whatcha? Let's go. Yeah.
47 points of damage to the dragon as you stab it in the neck. Blood begins to pour and run down its neck as it basically yells at you now. You are right. You have definitely gained its attention. Nicely done. Give us a number between 1 to 5.
Collar.
5.
Okay, with a 5. Piercing damage. The target triggers a reaction as if it had just taken a move action. It is then flat-footed. So anyone who has attacks of opportunity...
Nope.
Ray, go on.
I do.
get your
I have
chance.
attack of opportunity.
All right, you get an attack of opportunity. Does Sabina? Sabina also does.
Yeah,
Just twist the sword a
Oh,
little
hold
bit.
on. Just a second. Let me double check that.
Uh-huh.
I may be.
You should be called like champions.
Yep. Reactive strike. Nope. There it is.
Yep,
Yep.
that's
Sorry.
it, yeah.
It's the problem is I was mixing up my characters.
Ah, fair.
Okay.
All right. Unfortunately,
I'm
Sabina
going to-
does not manage to deal damage through its armor.
Okay. So I'm going to just whack him with my Morning Star because that's
Go
what's
for
in
it.
hand.
That's a hit.
That is. Trying not to hit Sabina.
All right, and 29. Nice damage as bong, you basically strike hard against its side. Dang, guys. Good work. All right.
Wait,
Alazar, that was
only one attack?
that was one attack, yeah.
More stabbing action. Go. Yeah.
All right, your second attack.
Yeah.
All right, thrusting to the dragon again. Unfortunately, this the shell of the dragon whiffs off to the side.
Yep, I'm not gonna hero point that one. I will just make one more
Sure.
regular stab at
Yep.
penalty. Which
That is also a miss. I will point out you do have a nat 20 as well.
I do, but I want to. I'm already thriving, so I'm gonna save it.
Okay. It is the dragon's turn. So, the dragon is not happy. The first thing it's going to do is use an athletics check to throw off Sabina. Which is probably not going to be any problem whatsoever. Nope. Sabina is flung. She takes 15 points of damage from the fall. Actually, it should be 10 less than that. Sorry. No, 5 less than that. So, yeah. Okay, cool. She's also... not really an ally, not really an enemy at this point. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's the first action. The second, this is a free action, is he is going to emit his aura of fear. The dragon turns its head upwards and howls. I need everyone to make me a DC 35 will save.
Ooh. That's actually...
Including me?
Yes, including you.
Is it not?
It is an emotion effect, yes.
Perfect. I have the perfect feat for this. I have Draconic Arrogance, which gives me a +2 status bonus to saving throws against emotion effects.
Okay, you may get a +2.
Where's...
That's a will save.
It is a will save you're after.
I would like to hero
we're-
point that, please.
Would you now?
Same.
Yeah, right. Sorry, who's the second one?
And I'm the third one.
Okay, so Ray, Alazaro, and Agnes are re-rolling theirs.
That is a 41.
That's much better. Oof.
That's definitely much better.
All right. So Alazaro, let's see, where did Holly go? Holly's there. Yeah, Holly's fine. Dante is also fine. All right. So let's see. Those of you who have succeeded, you will be frightened 1.
Is that with a critical success?
With a critical,
I was about to say.
I'm gonna get that. With a critical success, you are not frightened. So that is anyone who got. Ray is. Ray is the only one who critically succeeded.
I also have a critical success because of resolve.
Oh yes, of course. So Dante and Ray, both of you guys are fine. Holly, you are frightened 1. Let's see. No one critically failed. Alazaro, you critically failed. So Alazaro, what was your first score? 28. Oh, no. With a 28 being your higher? No, that's just a regular fail. Okay. So Alazaro is frightened 2. Unak is frightened 1. Agnes is frightened 1. All right. And Dante and Ray, you guys are fine. So yeah, it basically roars outwards before it decides to make its attack. Now, this is the last round of its breath not being available. But it needs to reach... Well, basically, he needs to finish this round for that to happen. So, he is going to use Draconic Frenzy.
I critically succeeded as well because of Walls of Will.
Oh, did you? Oh, my apologies. You can knock that down
Sorry.
to frightened... you can... you people and your powers and abilities. Ugh.
We're heroes, okay? Look, let us be heroes.
Never. Okay. With the Draconic Frenzy, that is... 2 claws and a horn. So, it swipes at Alazaro with 2 claws.
Close in a horn. Let the porn music start playing.
A critical hit. Alazaro, you take 56 points of damage with the first slash. Give me a number between 1 to 5.
3.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Sapping Sash. That is a fatigue that you have now acquired. With its second attack, it will slash yet again at our aloft character. This one is a regular hit for 24 additional damage. And lastly, using its horns, it is going to go for Ray. And critically miss. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Give me a number between 1 to 5.
2, please.
1, 2. Okay, what do we have? Oh, okay. Until healed, he has a negative 10-foot move speed and is clumsy 1. He just kind of turned at an awkward angle.
He's ancient. He cricked his neck.
Oh, yeah, just... my neck. Yeah, exactly. All right, Holly, you're up somewhere in the distance.
Yes, in the distance, in the far distance, away from the breath weapon.
Do you remember the breath weapon is several hundreds of foot long?
Yes, but I'm at a weird angle.
Unless it goes straight for you.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, we'll see what happens. Holly has finally remembered that she has the Vest of Anku, and she is going to cast her spell doubled with the Vest of Anku.
Very well.
So there will be 2 saves against Necrotize on the dragon.
Okay. As you cast your spell and your armor causes you to split into 2 versions of Holly, simultaneously casting the same spell twice upon the dragon, you may make the roll.
That's 1.
He critically succeeds and takes no damage.
I don't care for that.
And he critically succeeds and takes no damage for that.
I don't care for that either.
Both Hollies look incredibly disappointed.
Holly looks very sad.
Sag. Very sad.
Very, very. And with that, Holly is going to sneak back over this way.
You mean just fly?
Also fly, but
Yeah.
sneakily fly.
How do you sneakily fly?
I'm very good at it.
That's not how. That's yes. That's the
slow wing flaps.
It's just
which is yes. No. I do like to point out to people that just saying the word sneaky does not make you sneaky.
well, it's Holly, so she probably literally just says, "I'm going to sneak over here."
Yes.
In a very normal tone of voice.
yeah. Very
It's
true.
also a very Midwestern thing, though, to go like, I'm just gonna sneak right past you there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Sabina. She uses one action to return back to her upright position. Drawing out her shield and raising it, she prepares for another attack. This time using her longsword again, she channels electricity into it as she strikes the dragon's body. The dragon howls in pain as the blade not only goes in, but there's this blast of electricity that hits the dragon. He is unhappy about that and will use his tail as a lash. He takes a -2 penalty on an attack of opportunity here as he just lashes out at Sabina. And will hit for 30 points of damage and knocking her... Oh, wow, okay. And knocking Sabina 30 foot away with the tail. She then takes 20 points of damage from being blasted into the distance. All right.
What? I don't get another reaction, do I? I don't get another attack of opportunity.
Well, first of all, you only get one attack of opportunity per round because you only have
that's
one
what
reaction. Secondly, is their attacks of opportunity don't provoke your attacks of opportunity
Okay.
because they're too quick.
No problem.
It's like a swift action on a swift action. Yeah. Dante, you're up next.
Udog's looking pretty hurt, so I'm going to use 2 action heal at 5th level on him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Unok, you feel that that natural magic sort of starting flowing into your body. You feel your wounds starting to stitch and heal. The broken rib that you were sporting now clicks into place and mends.
And then we are going to move over here.
Mm-hmm. And that is all.
And that will be all my actions.
Done and done. All right, with swift healing, Dante manages to come to the aid of his ally, as we then go to Rykon, who stands toe-to-toe with the dragon itself.
You mean Ray?
Ray, I mean.
Dante and Rykon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dante
it's
and Rykon.
Except that I'm actually still in the air.
Are you?
I don't
How far are
believe
you
I
in the air?
landed. Probably about 10 feet, I think.
No, okay, there you go. You're in the air.
Because I did fly, so
Yes,
I'm
I do
just
recall.
gonna-
I do recall.
Yeah. So I am going to. Do I want to do anything big? Nope. I am going to just swingy with the Morning Star. It worked once. Maybe it'll work again. Not that way. It won't.
All right, you take your swing and boom, it hits the hard shell.
Except that I'm going to burn my nat 20 on that one, please.
Ooh, all right, burning the nat 20. Okay, give me 2 seconds. First of all, thank you to Jen. We have top-ups for our hero points. And 3 jinx points for Dag.
Oh, Jen, you're trying to be too nice.
Jen is the sweetest thing. Thank you so much for the donation, you glorious bean. And you remembered your friend Dag. Okay.
No.
All right,
you
nat
took
20.
You took mine at 20.
What, did I? Oops, my bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, everybody's had nat 20. Where'd mine go? I'm looking around. I'm like, wait a minute. I just flipped over to Twitch to see it happen too.
Yeah.
My bad.
Ray has that Joker ability, so he just took your nat 20.
Just steals your nat 20. Yeah, that's straight up it. Yep, 100%.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad. All right, Ray,
Okay.
natural
I'll
20.
click on crit,
Yep.
and whack.
All right, 50 damage to the black dragon. The dragon actually does take a step to the side as it tries to level itself out after that heavy blow.
Okay. Damn it.
Crit card
Don't
as
know what
well.
his AC is.
Oh, yeah, I have the crit
crit
card.
Right.
Hey, yeah, give us a number.
Let's go with number. Let's go with 3, please.
1, 2, 3. Bludgeoning damage or piercing, your choice.
It's bludgeoning technically.
Isn't it both? It should be bludgeoning, piercing, because it's
Yeah, it's switchable.
Yeah, you just decide
Oh, is
which
it?
one.
Which is a better one?
I'm not
using
telling.
bludgeoning the whole time.
Bludgeoning? Yeah, okay, bludgeoning it is. All right, crushed toe. The target is clumsy 2 and has another 10-foot penalty.
I like
This
kinda
poor
missing the ability
dragon.
down.
Yeah, the dragon's taking a lot of clobberings from like the clumsy effect.
And he's still
We're stacking effects like that one vampire.
yeah.
Yeah, clumsy 3 he's at now.
I like it. And he's off guard. Ooh, I like that too.
Mm-hmm.
He's still immobilized, correct?
Yep. And even if he wasn't,
Okay.
he's got a negative 20 move speed at the moment.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with another swinging again. Well, that sucked.
Another miss. You do have hero points.
I do have hero points, but I want to raise my shield instead.
All right, your shield goes up, ready to defend. As Unok, we come to your turn.
Alrighty. So last time before Unok's last, or after Unok's last turn and before this one, the dragon fucked him up pretty bad, making him the ire of Unok's blood vendetta. So this next hit, if it hits, we'll do an extra die of damage.
Nice.
All right, and it is currently because of the dragon tooth trophy. Until the end of this turn, it is still doing electricity damage.
Okay. Natural 20!
Yeah!
That was a good time to get that.
That was a great time for that.
Oh.
44 damage.
And because I have the critical specialization effects from my weapon, it being a spear, I believe he gets clumsy 2?
You believe or he does?
I believe. It doesn't unfortunately tell me what the spear is actually supposed to. That's why I'm.
That's okay. We'll find that out. Give me a number between 1 to 5.
It's clumsy 1 until the start of my next turn, but because I have the barbarian ability, it's clumsy 2.
All right, which brings him to clumsy 5.
I will go with crit card number 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And yours is piercing damage. Momentum. No?
Yeah. Technically, it's with my rage. It's supposed to be bludgeoning, but I'm using electricity because of my dragon tooth trophy. So.
Sure. Let's go with that. The target is then fatigued.
Okay.
By the way, Unok, you are a tad quiet.
I'm swallowing my mic, so that's a thing that's going on your end.
Yeah, I can hear him okay.
Yeah, me too. He sounds really fine to me.
Yep.
When you were first explaining, you were really quiet.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Next attack.
Ooh.
Solid hit.
Not a crit.
Not a crit, but a hit.
Oh, okay. And then he'll take another lot of that. Let's go for the last attack.
Nice.
3 hits.
He's
Yeah.
counting down the die. 20, 19, 18.
So close to 20 3
Oh,
times.
yes!
All right. With the
Nice.
final blow, the blast hits the dragon. Its eyes flicker as it collapses to the ground. You breathe a sigh of relief as you have felled the dragon.
Unaka, as he pulls his spear out, his hands are like unstoppably shaking with the adrenaline.
Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
Did that happen?
Sabina seems to be yelling something at you. Holly, you can hear it, but the others, I need a perception check, please. Perfect. All right. Dante, Unok, Ray. Unfortunately, Agnes, you can't hear this. She is waving her hands frantically. She is saying, "It's not over." You, thankfully, due to her warning, remain at the ready as the Ravener that emerges from the corpse begins to rise. You hear this thick guttural laugh as fire begins to consume the flesh of the black dragon. At its very heart, a burning furnace roars outwards. The wings sort of melt, leaving only these kind of skeletal forms still remained. Ironically, still clumsy 5.
Get. Oh.
All right, there we go. That and done. Okay. Now, Unok, you've never seen this before, but you have heard tale of legend of it. This is a Ravna. Ravnas are dragons who have effectively taken on a version of lichdom. Their death is kind of like a ritual or a baptism to an eternal life. They no longer feed on flesh, but feed on the souls of those they kill. To slay the dragon, you no longer need to penetrate flesh, but to destroy the soul ward that resides in its center. They lose all trace of their former identity should the soul ward be destroyed, allowing the body to be destroyed permanently with no consciousness to reassemble it. Without destroying the soul ward, however, the hate, the anger, and the ferocity that is a Ravner is unstoppable. All right.
Do I have enough time to let everybody know, or at least like let them know what to look for?
Sadly, not this round.
All right. Yeah. We're fucked.
That's fine. All right, Agnes, you're up next. Oh, and the acid that was burning Unok is now off you.
It wouldn't have affected me anyway because of the 15 acid resist.
Oh yeah, fair. Yeah, fair. Okay, Agnes, you're up next.
Okay, so this big glowy thing's just showed up. Okay. Is there a check Agnes can do to see if she knows what this is, since she's got quite good occultism? Although it might have nothing to do with occultism, but...
Arcana.
Well, I have a reasonable arcana. Now I'm trained. Let's have a little look. Wow, my rolls are poop tonight.
Not much more than it is likely an undead type of dragon. I mean, you use some logic here. Without flesh and, a body as it normally had, it likely doesn't have the same acidic breath weapon it had in its life. Probably a different set of powers and abilities.
Well, you know what? She's gonna attempt this anyway. So, but this pool of acidy stuff still on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what? I've got my potion, and
You do also have that bonus that ignores the hazardous terrain for 2 rounds.
okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna stride out. Whatever it is, movement speed. She's got 20, 25, 25 to get within 30 feet. She doesn't care. She's not even hiking up her skirts at this point in time. She's just striding out with a look of determination on her face. And she's going to attempt to cast Spirit Blast at it. It may not do anything, but that's what she's going to do. So it's fort save. So
Okay.
save on it.
It fails and takes half damage. Wow. 66 points of damage, halved to
Like
33.
this just steps out and she just like summons this. Yeah, there's just this pulse of force just slams
Damn.
out as she just slams a Spirit Blast. Like of
Dang.
it's spirit and force damage just slams into the creature.
Yeah, that was not a pleasant thing for him. The creature responds in kind. Taking a turn to face you. It'll use its breath weapon. What type of breath weapon is it? A 40-foot cone. That's a bit pathetic, really, but I mean, I guess.
It's better than the 15.
Well, that's true. Give me that one. Okay.
Wow, this is gonna hurt.
All right. So, Unok, Ray, and Agnes. Can I get you guys to make me a reflex save, please? This time, as it opens its mouth, instead of a spray of acid, a torrent of the flame inside of its body, there's these darkened fires that swirl around in it, launch outside of you. The DC is 34.
Just a second. What have I've got something on.
And Unok has... All right. So that's half damage for
I'm
that.
gonna- I'm-
I've got a lucky rabbit's foot, but I kind of it does something with reflex saves, but I didn't write the description down.
I think it's a reroll, but it's a consumable, I think. Let me have a look. Lucky rabbit's foot.
Yeah, I've got it written in my notes because I couldn't find it as an actual item, but I remembered to write it on my character sheet so I knew I had it. I mean, I can always reroll with the hero.
Oh, no, here you go. There it is.
Oh.
Yada yada yada. When you activate the reroll a triggering. Yeah. So you reroll your reflex save. If you fail the second roll, you can stride up to your speed. So reroll your reflex save using it.
Okay. Yep.
And it is consumable. So once it's used, it's used.
Yeah.
Nice. So you managed to evade. So half damage.
Lucky rabbit's foot was lucky.
All right, that's good.
So I'm going to hero point if I may.
You may hero point. Okay, go for that reroll, Ray. And while you do so, guys, let us welcome in our dear friends and amazing companions from over on the freaking Dice Legends channel. Guys, so good to see you. How are you all doing? My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, if you don't know who I am. We're playing Pathfinder. The group is currently fighting a risen undead black dragon, Ravna, who is currently engaged in a glorious battle with all of our PCs. Yeah, right now it has unleashed a breath weapon of void damage from its inner flames to just try and, ravage my group. Ray, you can do another reroll because you have been given a divine intervention from chat, thanks to Rycon, so you can have another reroll. But how was your game? What are you up to? What happened? Tell me all the things. And to my audience as well, if you have not gone and checked it out.
God has intended that I'm going to take this damage.
That is very true. If you haven't
It's
checked
just
out
gotten
Dice,
one worse each time.
Steve, I need a second. Shut the fuck up. It's fine. Guys, if you haven't checked out Dice Legends, please go and check out Vahid and the team over there. They are a really they're a bunch of really fun, talented, and musical creators who do TTRPGs from our friends over in New Zealand. Very creative space to be in, and cannot recommend it even enough. World building today, map making, and magic items. Nice. Love that. Guys, sit down, get comfy, enjoy the dragon fight. If you have any questions, ask in chat. You know, we're pretty open about that. Okay, Steve. Unfortunately, yes. With your first initial fail, your reroll failing, and then the divine intervention also failing, I'm afraid you are going to be taking the full brunt of the necrotic damage coming your way as 59 points of damage. Reduced to 29 for Unok and Agnes. Explodes as this virulent, toxic, green spiritual flame burns away not at your flesh, but at your very life force. You feel almost as if your soul is being peeled off you, like a layer just being stripped back. You are burned by a heat whose flames touch you have never experienced before.
Okay,
yes.
now,
How much?
one little thing.
Yes.
Sorry. Go ahead, Unok.
How much am I taking?
29 damage to Unok and Agnes, and the full 59 to Ray.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes, please, by all means.
My shield is raised, and I have my bracers of devotion with my shield ally, which says, well raised, the shield grants you resistance 10 to evil damage if you follow the tenets of good.
Sorry, to what? Sorry, damage?
Well, it's the good. It's evil if I follow good, but that's obsolete.
Correct.
I'm assuming it's spirit damage.
Well, no, it's void and vitality damage, usually in offset for positive and negative.
Okay.
This is void damage.
Okay. So
if
it's
that
void damage.
So that means you would resist 10, so you take 49 damage.
Yes.
Yep, not a problem. Your shield giving you the spirit and power of Milani as it waves into you. You manage to block at least some of it, but still suffer a pretty heinous blow from the dragon. And that was its first attack.
Yeah, I have to drop this on myself, don't I?
Yes. Just increase your wounds, if you'd be so kind. It is then going to take its next action. It does not like the healer doing stuff, so Jaws of Death cometh before Dante as it turns around and snaps a critical hit. With the swiftness and speed it did not have in life, it turns and 66 damage suddenly tears off our healer as our druid is bitten. Give us a number between 1 to 5.
3.
1, 2, 3. That's silly, and I'm not doing that. It just says it bit off one of your fingers. Okay. Nope, that's also silly. Oh, plain and simple. Triple damage. Can you take another... Yeah, you can take another lot of damage, I think. Maybe? We'll find out. Here we go. Yeah, you got it. Dante takes another 42 points of damage. All right. Dante is not looking great.
Do I get an opportunity because he turned?
No.
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
It's a new round.
Flavor.
Let me ask you this. If
Flavor.
you turned... no. But if you simply turned around, would I get attacks of opportunity for the way you're facing?
Sure.
Yeah?
You turned your back on me.
Yeah, you sure you want me to go with that?
No, I don't want you to go with that.
Yeah, that's right. Because I will, and I tell players this all the time. If you want to try and call bullshit on my shit, I'll take it. I will absolutely. But rest assured, I will abuse the crap out of anything you give me like that. I know,
Just
I know,
asking.
I know you're just asking. I appreciate you. I appreciate you asking. But yes, no is the answer. Mostly because
Okay, that's fine.
generally my players have a good sense of what is fair, and generally speaking, hey, it's worth asking for. But if I turn around and say, hey, is this fair, and you say no, that for me shows that you have that understanding, which is good, and I appreciate that. If you turn around and say, yeah, I could totally do it, I'll be like, okay, we're going this way, and that's if you think it's fair. Okay,
Oh,
Alizaro.
I'm not that stupid.
Alizaro, you're up next. Who is left? That's fine. No, yeah.
No, I am back. Sorry. Okay, so Alazaro is going to. I need to measure. That is not working. Alazaro is going to try to back the fuck up a little bit.
All right, this will provoke an attack of opportunity.
That is fine.
Okay. It's going to use its claw at you. A giant taloned hand critically strikes you in the air for 67 damage. That's pretty close. Give me a number between 1 to 5.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. What do we have? Shattered jaw. You now have wounded 1 and cannot speak, eat, drink, or make attacks with your mouth. This will include beak attacks.
Yep.
But yeah, so it basically slaps you in the face as you are backing up.
Really hard. Okay. Well, I was gonna be like, I'm not that, but that's not gonna work, obviously, because she can't talk.
Nope. You're trying to back up and give orders, and then just BAM!
Yeah. All right. Oh boy. All right, that was a move action. Can I use an action to draw? I don't know if this would be one action or to swap my rapier for a magical dagger.
I do homebrew that you can replace your weapons as part of a move action. So as you're moving backwards, you can slip your blade out and pull another one out.
Yes.
And because it already provoked, you're good.
Yeah. That would be lovely. And in that case, she's gonna do quick switch, and she's going to, not knowing much else to do and not being able to communicate, she's just gonna fling one of her magical daggers at this bad boy and hope it hits something. Knowing that.
It lands in the mud.
Yeah. Let me see. That was a move, attack. Last attack, she's gonna. Well, no, because the dagger.
Alazaro, are you open to suggestion?
Yes.
Okay, Sabina gestures over to you.
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception check to see if you can hear what she's yelling at you.
Perception. Let me actually find the damn thing in my sheet. Where is it? Oh no. Okay.
Skills.
Sorry, it's taking me a minute. Yeah, it's not. It wasn't wanting to roll from my skills. Like I could not do the grabby grab from the Daisy Days. Yeah, it's not. There we go. Maybe.
Yep.
Nope.
You have to grab the total column.
Yeah. Or double click it.
Thank you. There we go. My tracker went sideways. There we go. Thank you very much for the help, of course.
Okay. So you can't see it too well. So I'm gonna mouth the words because she's not yelling. She's just mouthing words, and you can interpret it what you would like to.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Oh no. I can't lip read.
She is gesturing, she's pointing away from the battle, specifically to the south, and she is trying to. She basically takes off her helmet at this point to sort of like lip read this.
Mm-hmm.
She's seeing that you're having difficulty. She is going to do this. She draws a like kind of a spiral in the air, and then points to the south. Make a religion check.
Oh boy. My religion is so bad. Okay.
can try.
Yeah.
No clue. Could be circle around the dragon. Could be anything.
Yeah.
I saw push.
Now, Holly, you do hear what they're saying, which I will type to you. But Alizara, you can continue using your last action however you would like.
Well, I didn't. Can I use the remainder of my movement to go south? Or is it like once you've moved, you're done?
You can use your move action to move to the south.
Okay.
Ooh, divine healing from Scots in Dakota for Alizaro.
Thanks!
As you begin to fly southwards, who is your deity, by the way, for Alizaro?
Caden Kalian.
Caden Kalian. As you are flying, you kind of almost like get this rush that you have never had before. It is a rush of adrenaline. You feel adventurous. You feel daring. You feel like it's almost like you're at this point where you're backed into a corner, and rather than cowering away from adventure, you're leaning into it and you're embracing it. You feel this huge surge of heroism that swells in your chest, and you heal to full hit points, and your conditions are removed.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Holly, you are up next.
Okay. Holly is going to fly this way, kind of on top of the tree, and be very, very visible. And oop, that's 40 feet. Okay, she's not going to quite make the tree, so she'll be right there. And she is going to very dramatically arm gesture, crazy wave, and do a heal on Rykon. And let's see, I click the heal, and then I click, right click, there we go. Is the best I could do, Rykon.
It's fine. It's better than none.
But I've done my best to make it showy and flashy to try to get the dragon's attention as I'm doing this massive heal on the one person he just hit.
Okay. I see you. All right. Sabina is going to kind of make her way to here. She doesn't really have any spells. Heavy crossbow, so she's gonna move and swap weapons and make one attack. The bolt flies into and strikes the body of the Ravener. She reloads and just sort of yells, trying to get its attention this way. Dante, you're up next.
Alright. Through the Staff of Healing, I'm going to 3-action burst heal at 5th level.
Oh, nice.
Which means
Do you
this
have
one needs
this?
to have.
Do you have
what?
this selective healing? Because Unless this thing is considered undead, that burst heal will heal it.
I would hope it's undead. It's a skeletal creature.
Yeah, we never know though.
It's undead.
So, yeah, I was about to say, I was like,
It's like, do you think it's alive? Check its pulse.
Well, we fought a lot of things that seemed like other things.
yeah, it takes some damage. That's fine. Everyone else is going to get 5d8 plus 3. I'm just going to pop it on myself so that everyone can see.
All right, everyone heals 16 damage. So, yeah, if you can all adjust.
30.
Everyone 30 foot.
And that won't be able to reach Agnes, but everyone in there gets healed for 16. And that will be my turn because it's a 3 action.
Okay, done and done. Ray, you're up next.
Sorry, I'm just...
After your healing. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish there was an adjustment. I hate having to do math. Okay. Okay. I am going to... I don't like how much damage that thing did. Do I want a healing potion or do I want to lay on hands? I'm going to burn a lay on hands on myself.
Okay.
Whack. Heal myself. Heal. Oops, sorry. So I do that. I just drag that onto me, I believe.
Yes, indeed.
There we go. And I need to burn a focus point. How do I do that? We'll just make it 2. I know how to do that. I can change the number. Okay, so that's my first action. My second action, I am going to... Even though I don't like the looks of it, I'm going to smack it with the Morningstar and see what happens. The crossbow seemed to do something.
Nice. All right. A critical hit, but also an
Not as strong as I
unfortunate.
thought he was.
But also an unfortunate hit.
Of course it is.
I need all 4 of you, Unok, Ray, Alizaro, and Dante, to make me reflex saves as Ray strikes this creature. You are all showered in bone shards. 31. So Ray, you take full damage. Everyone else takes half damage. Alizaro, you take no damage.
Yes.
Okay. Roll your damage, Ray, on the dragon. All right, that's 43 damage to the Ravner, and that is 11 damage to you, Unok, and Dante.
I thought you said I took full.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. Yes, you take 23 damage.
We'll do those
Math again.
Take.
All the math.
Okay. And I am going to raise my shield again.
You raise your shield. Oh, and you get a crit card. Scully, I always get you back.
Thank you. Thanks, Scully. I will take a I will take number 1.
Number 1. Okay. Nope. Does it deal all the damage to its armor, which I don't presume you want? Nope, because it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that. Doesn't have that.
Money on dead things.
Ah, there we go. Brained. Target is stunned 1. I can be stunned.
Clumsy and stunned.
So he's going to lose 1 action in his next round as he is stunned 1. Let's see. Whoever's the most hurt. I think Dante is the most hurt at present. Agnes's feelings are the most hurt.
I mean, if we want to go percentage-wise, I am the most hurt, but lowest health would technically be Dante.
We want our healer fixed.
I'm looking at just the color of the orange, which is relative to your max hit points, and
Yeah,
Dante's slightly redder than yours.
Oh, he's green on my screen.
Is
He's
he?
green on my screen too, but he's
I'm the only one red.
What?
But
You're
no,
not red.
I'm
You're
dark
green
orange. I'm dark orange.
you're green on my screen as well. It's
Yeah,
weird.
they're all green, but me for me, except for Sabina.
Huh? That's weird. Oh,
Damn. That's, yeah, it is
that
weird.
is strange.
Like, I'm yellow.
Okay, yeah, Dante, I'm gonna heal you up. Done and done. Who's your deity?
Gazre.
All right, a small light rain begins to wash over the field. As this happens, actually, you know what? Let's say that the rain is also going to wash away the mud as it drains and making this area nice and clear now. Blessings from above as we go to Unok.
All right. Will it require an action for me to yell at them to go for its soul core or whatever it was?
No. Actually, yeah, you know what? To give the full description on what you want them to do, yes, it will. But out of game wise, we can just say that you've communicated this. So everyone understands you're supposed to be hitting the soul core, which it's at its heart, which you have to break through its armor to do, or enter it, which is not wise.
Yes. Okay. All right, so I'll do that. Give them all the info. Then I will swingity swing at it. A critical! Holy shit!
Nice hit! All right.
All right.
For 58 damage.
All right. Unok's gonna keep stabbing. That's what he does. He does it best.
All right, your second stat. Oh, well, don't forget your critical card.
Oh, yes. I will choose number 5.
All right, piercing damage, guarded strike. You gain a +2 to your AC for 1 round.
Nice. Oh, that just basically cancels out my rage. Nice.
Very nice.
All right. I will drop that second load of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get 1 more.
All right, third attack. A third hit.
I am gonna burn my nat 20 actually.
Ooh, all right, burning the nat 20.
And Unok's gonna yell, "Just stay dead!"
All right, for 53 damage, the creature is the shell of the creature, the husk of the creature is basically being ripped and peeled off everywhere from each of these blowing attacks.
And then
Agnes.
number 3.
Oh yes, was that a crit? That was a crit. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Target is stunned too. It's gonna lose its entire next turn.
Jeez, I feel a tiny bit bad for it.
Please do not.
Oh no, I just said a
Not
tiny.
not even remotely.
No.
All right, Agnes, you're up next.
I know it'll fuck us up if it doesn't, but
Okay. Sorry, pushed it hold. Agnes is also going to. I'm going to burn mana 20 also, as Agnes fires off a phase bolt at this creature.
Do you want to roll it
Also,
before you use the nat 20?
I do.
See, I'm a nice guy. I always remind my players that they can do that.
oh yeah, that is also 2 more stacks of clumsy onto it because of my weapon specialization.
It cannot go higher than 5.
Perfect.
Also, if the target has any circumstance bonuses to AC, such as from a shield or cover, it gets reduced by 2.
He does not. Okay, so yep, you're burning the nat 20. Roll your crit damage. And then give us a number for your crit card.
And what is it that I hold down again? Shift.
Either left shift or there's the crit button on the bottom left.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, 48 points of damage.
Damn. Go Agnes. Go Agnes.
And I'll have number 2.
2. Okay. Light blast. The target is blinded for 1 round.
And Agnes is also going to use a move action to he's just gonna scoot this way slightly.
Yep, you scoot off that way.
A bit.
Not a problem. All right. We go to the creature. It does nothing. It is no longer stunned. It is no longer blinded. We move on. Alizaro.
Alrighty. Having been healed up, Alizaro is going to since she saw Sabina trying to wave her down, she is going to make her way. First, I'm gonna try to make sure I can have 25. I'm just gonna use a move action to try to get close enough to see if I can hear or hear or make out what she's actually trying to say rather than just doing
Attack of
guesswork.
opportunity.
That is fine.
It is going to try and bite you.
Okay. I don't think.
That is a strike. All right, for 34 damage. All right, you fly past and you make it. Well, you're heading to Sabina?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. As she sees you, she basically just frantically starts telling you, you need to take him to the south. You need to lure him onto consecrated ground. He will not be defeated unless we do that. There's a temple to Pharasma in the Grey District. That's where you need to go.
All right. So Rose's gonna be like, "Oh, well, shit." And she is going to use her last action, because that was move, bitchy speech. She is going to take out her last magical dagger, because my daggers do not have the returning property.
Sure.
And she is going to just attempt to get the dang thing's attention to start the luring process.
Sure. That'll hit.
Oh. And
also, you've broken your jaw, so you can't actually talk to her, Sabina.
Oh, I thought the heal, though. I thought.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
healing.
right. The divine healing. You're right. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Because, like, I couldn't take any more damage.
No, you got better apart from your jaw, which is still hanging there.
You just snapped it back in place.
All right, let me do my. That. Not
All right.
that for 2d4 plus 6.
It's pretty good. All right.
Break it.
That was Alizaro. Holly, you're up next.
Okay, did we determine that Brycon's heal did damage it?
No.
It saved. It critically saved.
Oh, okay.
As far as you know, Rykon's heal did no damage to it.
Well, that's annoying. Because now Holly thinks it doesn't take damage to heals.
There you go. Yeah, that's true.
But she also wants to lure it. And it still didn't like Dante as a healer.
Because generally when you're trying to kill things, healers make that harder, so.
Yeah. All right, Holly's gonna again try the jumping up and down and like making the heal spell like flashy and glowy light and like just super bright. And actually she's, how far away is Ray? Because Ray seems to be damaged. And how far?
yeah.
About 35 foot.
About a bit of ways away.
Okay, I don't need to move that far. That's all I need to go.
Sure.
Just flashy and like loud and glowy and all of those things. And this time she's gonna yell at the dragon. She's like, "You can't stop us. We can just keep healing and everything will be fine." And then she's gonna heal Ray.
Okay. You have gained the dragon's attention.
Excellent. And then as she's yelling, she's also gonna say, "Because the dragon should follow me in this direction."
You may make a deception check now.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm joking. You don't have to. All right.
Okay.
46
That's
points
nice.
of healing. All right. Sabina goes over to this cart and starts preparing it. And readies an action to, once some people maybe try to get on the cart, she'll try and push it. For speed. Dante, you're up next.
Well, no one has said anything about, hey, what we're needing to do over there. Except, hey, it should be falling. I'm like, So, the first thought, though, is Unaka needs healing to at least survive potentially one full thing.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to use Staff of Healing again, but this time 2 action. At level 5, I need to grab my thing so I can actually cast it at 5th properly.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, now your health actually adjusted. On the dot.
On my screen, mine shows me
Wait.
effectively dead. Which is weird.
No, he healed me, but in the combat tracker it shows that he did damage, but he very clearly healed me. That's weird. Okay.
Well, we'll just ignore that. And then his next action will be to move over to here. And that will be my turn.
Sabina will go, quick, get in! No time to explain, we gotta go. Alright. We then go to Ray, you're up.
Okay. Question for you.
Yeah.
Is it a bright sunny day?
No, it's the middle of the night.
Oh, okay. Pity. I was hoping it was bright sunshine. Okay, now, so we know, really all I know at this point is we're targeting the heart. So rather than try and bludgeon my way to the heart, I'm going to, because he's already had his reaction, so I'm going to fly up and over here, so I'd like to be up to about 20 feet if I may. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to draw my short sword.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast Sunblade at it, aiming towards its heart area.
All right.
I've never done this before, so bear with me. So I believe I do this because it's a ranged spell attack.
Very nice.
I like that. And now, so there's 3 types of damage. There's fire, spirit, and vitality.
Mm-hmm.
Do I drop all 3 of them on it? Like, I don't know how. Do I do them one at a time, or how do I do it? Because it does stack, apparently.
It gets the spirit if it's evil. It gets the vitality if it's undead. Otherwise, it would just normally do the fire, but
Yeah,
they would
so-
be dropped.
Yep, so all 3 is what you'd get.
So, I think I have to, like, I've got 3 different damage drops. I
Yeah,
don't
you
see
drop
one
all
that I
3.
can just drop. Well, I just do
Yep.
one of them at a time?
Yep.
Okay. So that one.
Not sure if it will keep critical on the other ones.
Oh. Well, it destroyed it anyways. Except that it's not really dead.
It is true.
Some,
All right. As
But
you have blasted it, the husk falls to rubble. There is stillness and quiet. Sabina, however, is now a little bit more frantically gesturing.
Is the corpse still there?
It is for a moment, and you see that the fire now lifts up again. But this time, the fire is way more intense.
oh, it's come back stronger. Great.
As it does so, I need will saves from everyone. This is against emotion.
Goody.
Ooh.
Does that have the mental tag as well or not?
It does have the mental tag.
Okay. So that's plus 1.
All right.
Wait, why did Ray roll reflex?
Don't worry about it. Okay.
I probably dragged the wrong. I don't know.
No, because Dag's doing stuff.
Yeah, okay.
I'd like to hear
I was
what
going to say,
that
because I'm
would be.
like, I have no idea what I rolled now.
No, it's fine. Basically, only Unok has... Sorry, no, not Unok. Everyone has failed. Agnes, I heard you might want to reroll.
Yes, please.
I would also like to use a hero point to reroll.
Yes.
I would also like to hear a point.
All right, hold on. So that's Agnes, Dante, anyone else? Alizaro.
I think I'll use a hero point as well.
Okay.
And that's Will, correct? Yeah. Okay.
Will save. Yeah. Is that everyone? Holly, did you use one?
Almost.
Yes, I used one too.
Okay. Okay.
It was so close to a 20.
The target number that you are seeking on your will saves is a 41.
Well, that didn't work.
Sorry, actually, let me just double check that. No, sorry, 42. My apologies.
Oh, I had just 2 above the critical failure.
Alzara did not, however. So, as this thing rises up, there is something inherently wrong. You feel this is bad. Whatever this is, bad is an understatement. You guys got to get the hell out of here. Inspiration for Ray. Ray, your next D20 roll is at advantage. We'll also carry that through to next week if we do not use it this game. Thank you, Cross the Streams. Also, wonderful to see you again, my friend. Okay, so the dragon's heat is so hot, so burning, Ray. Even with your shield up, it is now like making your actual shield and your armor start to burn against your skin. Same with you, Unok, as well. Okay, the Soul Ward, however, is now visible. You can choose to make a cold shot on the Soul Ward if you would like.
That means you have to hit a nat 20, right?
Yes, any and all critical hits. No,
Also, was there any damage from that will save thingy?
Oh, no, you guys are all cowering in fear. So you guys either have a choice of running away or cowering.
So the last save doesn't mean anything through this one. Got it.
Yeah, basically.
The ones that actually critically succeeded the last one.
Oh, no, the critical success is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I was meaning for the last time.
No, for the last fear effect? No. This is a whole new one.
Got it. Okay. I was just making sure.
Yeah, so you all have the idea that it is probably best to run. Now, cower will only last for 1 round, after which you are going to be all frightened 5. Sorry, frightened 4, because it'll blow it down. Okay. That was... Sorry, who attacked? Who did that one? That was Ray. So, Ray, that is your turn.
Me, yeah.
Unok, you're up next.
Well... My only choices are to run or cower.
For now, yes.
Can I use actions still, or like?
Yes, you can do any action that would help you escape. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to use my Dragon's Rage Wings ability. It's a 1 action. It gives me wings, and I gain a fly speed equal to my land speed.
Okay, easy done.
And that land speed is 40 while raging. And I'm gonna get the fuck out.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure. Okay, he does have an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
He is going to use his claw just to swipe at you. With a critical hit.
54. What?
Can I ask one question on that one?
Sure.
I'm assuming he is a different creature, so the fact that he used a reaction already on that round doesn't count.
Oh, good point. Did he use a reaction this round?
He has not
Yes.
because it's
No, I haven't. No, because
Yes.
remember he was stunned. Between when he was stunned and where he acted again, nothing has
And
happened.
Yes, but then when
And then he
No,
attacked
when-
Ro
when-
when they moved.
Oh,
Like
you're
Ro.
right. No, you're right. He attacked Alizaro
Yes.
when he went back. Yes, you're right. So you can remove that damage. My apologies. You are correct. Yes.
okay. Thank you.
okay.
You should be at
73.
73 wounds.
Yeah. His last action to fly another 40.
All right.
He gone. He knows not to fuck with that thing now.
All right. Alizaro takes off. Agnes, you're up next. I will say this. Holly is in big danger.
Well, maybe she should run away.
Yeah, but there's not that. Not sure there's anything I can do to help.
All anybody hears
Also-
him knock as he's flying away. Fuck,
Also,
fuck,
I'm
fuck,
really
fuck,
scared,
fuck, fuck.
so, yeah. Um, yeah. So anyway, cower or run. Can I also do a thing that would help to reduce my fear? I've got like coin of comfort. If I rub it, it helps reduce my fear.
Sure. You can
Carry in my
rub.
pocket.
You no longer need to cower. How much does it lower it by?
It lowers it by 1, but then I've got a feat called Calm and Centered, which then lowers it by 2. So it lowers it by 1 more than
Oh, nice. Cool.
whatever.
All right, so you're at frightened 3. So yeah, you're good. You don't need to cower or anything like that.
But then she's still going to move around to... She knows she needs to move, but she wants to stay close enough to help Holly as well. So I think she's just going to kind of try and hide behind the fountain.
All right, easy done. You take cover behind the fountain as we go to Alizaro.
Alizaro is hauling. She's just straight up hauling ass. She's exactly where she needs to be to catch up to Sabina, and like get 25 feet to get to Sabina, and then another move action to hop in the fucking car. Like she's done.
All right,
She
done.
And that's it. She ain't doing nothing else. She's
Okay.
just like, let's go.
All right, Marcus, with the redeemed insight bonus, you get the impression that this creature that keeps resurrecting needs to have the core destroyed. Destroying the core may not be enough as well. This, however, is a quintessential undead. You're thinking about heading to the south. You like Unok hasn't been to the city, but everyone else kind of has. You all know that to the south is the Grey District, where the temple of Pharasma is. Pharasma has consecrated ground, which weakens creatures like this greatly. Now, when the Black Dragon was alive, it didn't worry about it. So likely this uninvited guest to the city, if lured behind the consecrated ground, will weaken it enough for you to be able to defeat it. And if defeated on consecrated ground, it's gone. So, there you go. All right, Alizaro, you've retreated to the escape vehicle. Holly, you're up.
I am gonna turn invisible.
Make an Arcana check.
Why?
Because to see what you know generally about dragons. You know draconic senses bypass invisibility.
Oh, Well, crap. Then I won't waste my invisibility.
Good call. And I give this to you because I am your friend. I am trying to keep you alive.
I appreciate that.
He says while trying to kill us.
Yeah.
Yes, I am gonna fly as fast as I can for the cart.
All right. Done and done. Okay, the Ravner. Its attention is firmly on Holly, as was made. It will. Jeez, what do I even do here? Frick. Most of you are okay.
There's a lot of things you can do.
There is. And it heals from it? Shit. Okay, hold on.
Heals from what?
It's been nice to know you all.
All right. Breath weapon. All right. Let's add some targets here. 1.
No, thank you.
2.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
3.
Really, no, thank you.
4.
No, thank you.
Okay.
No, please, it's too much.
All right. Let's
I'm not
give
even
this.
seeing the targets on. Like, I'm not seeing any of the targets.
Oh my word.
Oh.
You've all got hero points, right? You guys will be fine.
I was about to say, I'd like to use a hero point.
No, don't bother. You use the hero point to stay alive.
Yeah.
Oh my damn!
Jesus!
That's a lot of dice.
Cool. So that is 140 damage to Dante, 130 damage to Sabina, 40 damage to Alizaro, who managed to halve it somehow, and 128 damage to Holly.
And
Yeah,
Sabina
how did I
Oh.
half damage that? What
Because
happened?
you saved.
Did you get a nat 20? Alizaro.
She's swashbuckler. She should have evasion.
I
Oh,
do
that's
have
right.
evasion.
Oh yeah, then
I
that's
do
why.
have it.
Then that's why. Okay.
Okay.
Now, in addition, those of you affected are drained. The dragon now has fast healing, but it's
Across
not
the
wounded.
streams just did divine healing for Dante.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Okay, cool. So, as the dragon unleashes this particular breath weapon, Dante, you are blocked by a large chunk of earth that seems to rise up at the last instant, protecting you as it is destroyed. You are also no longer frightened or persistently on fire here.
Wait, there was a persistent fire. Oh god.
Oh yeah, yes, there's even more. Okay. Alizaro, you
Yeah.
are aflame. Holly, do you wish to use a hero point to not be incinerated?
I would love to use a hero point to not be incinerated. Yes.
It sounds like a great use of non-incineration points. All right. But yes, terrible, terrible amount. You do still have persistent fire, so you guys should try to put yourselves out. However, ooh. You know what?
I don't like that noise you just made.
You know what? The two of you remove all the hit point damage you took. So Holly, you're
Which,
Holly and Alizaro.
okay, oh,
All right. So, in a moment, as the attack happens, I'm going to use a jinx point. And Sabina Marin stands on the cart with their shield still raised, creating a a divot that protects both Alizaro and Holly. As the blast strikes her, though, you watch as, like, literally the heat is so hot that her shield and buckler melt into her gauntlet. What stands before you is, like, just this glowing golden armor from just how much heat has been applied to this. She stands, her feet and her boots melted to the ground, but she does not move any further. Sabina Marin is dead.
Oh, shame.
Damn. Wow.
The dragon continues its chase, and our heroes hopefully will be able to lure it to the Temple of Pharasma by the next in the next session. Otherwise, the untamed, unrelenting dragon will surely take this town for itself. Well done. You have I mean, like, honestly, you've killed, like, effectively the black dragon. You killed in its entirety. The chrysalisk, that is the ravener, you've also killed in its entirety. This one I was not expecting to throw out, but now that it is out, I'm you know, like, oh, okay, cool. I'm glad you guys got into the wagon. Let's see. Hopefully you guys will be able to lure it away, and if you can't, well, maybe you'll have allies who will. Who knows? But tune in next week when we find all of this out. Yeah. Good game, guys. Holy crap.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Damn.
Wow.
All right, guys. Well, my name is Michael. I'm the Dedoza Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week. We'll be back on Wednesday for Reign of Winter with a new group of individuals playing some more Pathfinder as our heroes attempt to free the Baba Yaga from a babushka doll. We'll come back to part 3 of this dragon fight next week. Stay safe. Stay wonderful. Be kind to each other, because why the fuck not? It's free. And until we meet again, game hard. Or die trying. Bye, folks.